It's great, but am I going to spend $20,000 for a one-person sauna? Probably not. It's these sauna store people that don't want you to realize that other things create heat shock proteins other than a traditional sauna. They just want you to buy what they sell. I'm not a sauna store guy, so I don't know why you think I'm going to sit here and tell you what to do after I've already given you the information and the videos and all the stuff that's basically showing you what to do and why. I can help you. I can support you. I can tell you story about what it's done for me, what I did wrong, what I would do right, what I suggest for other people, but it's usually based on their needs. If I haven't used it, usually there's a reason why. Or if it's not on the endorsement list, there's usually a reason why. Either the people suck, the product sucks, something's going on with something somewhere in the chain of the purchase experience or the reliability. Sometimes a product might look really cool, but it just doesn't work that well. Matt, thanks for group posts. Can you let us know why we should buy infrared over traditional? Please just tell us why we should buy. All right. How about no? It's a decision of yours to do what you will with the information. If you, I'm not a sauna store. I don't understand why you think you're going to be met with resistance by me if you think, like, it's 5:30 in the morning. I'm doing group questions and try and get folks on the right track till the sun comes up, until it's time for us to get started. So I'm not a sauna store. I'm not sure why you think you're going to be met with resistance from me. If you want to go buy a traditional sauna, then go buy a traditional sauna. I don't know why you think I'm going to have anything. Like, I'm not going to try to talk you out of it. The information is out there. The post that you're commenting on is literally describing why I would buy an infrared sauna and why I recommended to those folks they should buy an infrared sauna over traditional, because they specifically said, Matt, our biggest problem is our electrical. So if we can't run 240 volt line, 40 amp to get this gigantic thing that they wanted to do, and they're talking about waiting years, until they move, I personally think that's a mistake. It would be a mistake. Okay, let me put it a different way. It would be a mistake for me, right? Because in that 2 years, sauna has a tremendous ability to help with various upticks in overall health metrics. So if it's between, getting a traditional sauna and doing nothing, I don't understand why you wouldn't open your mind a little bit to doing an infrared. If you're worried about the heat and you're worried about the heat shock proteins, even though we've had videos over and over and over and over that discuss this, go read the Ashley Mason stuff, the Dr. Ashley Mason whole body hyperthermia. They're getting patients' core temperature well above the threshold with an infrared dome to produce heat shock proteins. So I'm not sure why you think an ambient air temperature is the cause of heat shock protein production. It's a core temperature increase. So if you can produce heat shock proteins in a hot bath or a jacuzzi, go look at the PubMed research. It's these sauna store people that don't want you to realize that other things create heat shock proteins other than a traditional sauna. They just want you to buy what they sell. I'm not a sauna store guy, so I don't know why you think I'm going to sit here and tell you what to do after I've already given you the information and the videos and all the stuff that's basically showing you what to do and why, right? At the end of the day, it's your decision. I'm not going to make it for you. I can help you. I can support you. I can tell you story about what it's done for me, what I did wrong, what I would do right, what I suggest for other people, but it's usually based on their needs. So for me to sit here and tell somebody that's already made up their mind and try and, it's kind of like the people that are just beating a dead horse. They want to go find some other sauna brand other than one that I've used and liked. Okay. Why are you posting about it then? I'm not going to sit here and like go back and forth and talk you into it or talk you out of it. Just go buy it. You know what I mean? I really don't care that much. It's not that big of a deal. It's very rare that you're looking at one that I haven't used, but we've tried pretty much everything at this point in time. So it's like, if I haven't used it, usually there's a reason why. or if it's not on the endorsement list, there's usually a reason why. Either the people suck, the product sucks, something's going on with something somewhere in the chain of the purchase experience, or the reliability. Sometimes a product might look really cool, but it just doesn't work that well. You know, this happens with the hand-built saunas. You know, from most of them are gone now from the U.S. There's still a couple in Canada. You know, it's great, but am I going to spend $20,000 for a one-person sauna? Probably not. Am I going to spend $6,000 for a made in North America or made in Canada sauna that has terrible heater layout and hardly makes me sweat? No, I'm going to get rid of it and get something else. But if you want to sit here and continue to ask and ask and ask and ask as if someone's going to talk you out of it, you've already made up your mind. This is a waste of time. You know what I mean? Can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. There's wisdom in that saying. Do you understand what it is? Right? At the end of the day, the decision is yours. You're not trapped in a sauna store where the stupid sales guy won't let you leave until you buy something from us. Go buy whatever you want. If you want that, go buy that, right? I'm not going to talk you out of it. I am losing my patience for the drama queens who just want to like comment back and forth and never do anything. You know, I see this happen over a period of months. You ask about this, and then you ask about that, and then you about this, and then you're on to this train. You're never doing anything. What is the tagline that I stuck in every single episode of the podcast recordings? Just be sweating. You guys want to argue. You want to find some elusive brand. You want to be right about, it has to be this temperature. Guys, there's data points and research that suggests the contrary all over the map. So while some people are arguing about it, other people are getting their sauna session in today. Their heat therapy, whatever they can do. Some people are using a $250 DIY tent sauna from the kit thing that we, whatever thing that we put together. You know what? They're further ahead than you are with all your, data, your wrist tracker, your HRV monitoring, your reading all this research, your commitment to trying to get a sauna that's 187 degrees or something to give you, benefit. And you think that by doing all this stuff that you're going to like not miss out on the 20% of the 80. It's the 80-20 rule. If you're not doing heat therapy regularly, you're cooked. That 20% of some phantom benefit that's elusive that you're looking for in some product that really doesn't exist, we would have it and be using it if it did, is never going to make up the distance that the 80% covers. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. The 20% for your nuances of getting something, you want to get everything right. This is perfectionism syndrome, is classic science. It's got to be the right temperature so that you do this and it's got to be some elusive brand that no one's found. Like, you really think that there's some top secret brand out there that's better than everything else? I mean, do you hear the echo when you really think about this, right? Do what you want to do. No one in my group is some sauna store owner, some sauna company sales agent, some, whatever, advocate for blah, blah, blah bullshit. So we're not going to sit here and try and dissuade you from doing what you think you already need to do. Just know that 20% nuance is never going to make up 80% of the ground that you cover with just implementing heat therapy and doing it consistently. This is where the tagline "just be sweating" comes from. Because you could do the wrong things. You could pick like not the greatest sauna, but you could be using it 3 or 4 times a week, versus somebody who is still researching, still not doing anything, still arguing on the internet, still wanting to be proven right, still wanting to be validated for, some ridiculous, elusive, quest for something, right? But they're not actually doing anything. Person A is going to catapult, just absolutely destroy the timeline to health benefit compared to them, because they will never make up the months or years that they waste. How do I know? Because I did it. Because I've listened to these idiots long enough before I really got started. That's why you see me doing so much stuff now. Well, the last however many years. Because I wasted so long and I listened to them for too long. And they send me these stupid messages and all this dumb shit, right? What did it do for me? Kept me in analysis paralysis mode. Kept me second guessing myself. Stopped me from making a decision today and implementing whatever I could do, whatever that was. That's the whole point, you guys. We can sit here till we're blue in the face and go over this and over this and over this and over this and over this, right? You've got to pull the trigger at some point. You have to make the decision for you. I can't do it for you. I mean, I could, but I'm just not that kind of guy. I make these decisions for myself because I was in dire straits. Maybe it was easier for me because of that, right? Sometimes you don't feel like you have a choice then. When life is going well and you're not experiencing too much health challenge, you could take it or leave it. The severity is not there. The intensity is not there. When you have that, you act, and you act fast because you want the opposite result. You want the benefit of doing something that's going to help that situation. I make this video for you to let you know that most of the information that you're asking about is already there. 1,000 YouTube videos. All you got to do is watch them. Other than that, you've kind of already gotten the advice that you needed from other group members. So if you're looking for me to validate you wanting to make another decision, you're not going to get it, because the only people that do that are people that work at sauna companies or own a sauna store, because they're just trying to pigeonhole your thinking into thinking that you have to buy what they sell in order for you to move forward. It's not the case. Go buy whatever the hell you want. You don't want infrared, you want traditional? Go for it. You want to suffer and wait and deal with the electrical and all this after you already said it was an issue, and I myself and other people were like, hey, why don't you look at the... And then you just say, well, our temperature. Okay, fine. Do what you want. No one is standing at the end of your driveway, waiting for you to open the garage door and back out. But that's the perception. I mean, that's the feeling that I get from some of the sauna store or sauna sales people that work at these places, right? They just beat you over the head until you think, oh my God, I just can't do anything else besides that. That's their whole point, right? They're in exclusive agreements. They can only sell certain products. So they will tell you whatever they have to tell you in order to get you to buy. I'm not standing at the end of your driveway. I've got better things to do. At the end of the day, guys, I just want to support you. There's no push to do something that's not right for you. It's not going to happen here. I don't allow it. This is my group. I want it run the way I would treat somebody if you were face to face with me, which I would never sacrifice, my own integrity just to get you to buy something that we sell at some store or some bullshit. I don't have a sauna store. I'm not that guy. So if you're expecting that kind of resistance here, you're not going to find it. But just be sweating. Just be sweating. Just be sweating. Just be sweating. I hope the 80-20, I hope what I'm saying in this video truly resonates. I didn't set up to do, videos today, really. And I never know what I'm going to encounter when I come across these questions and give you guys responses. But at the end of the day, I watch you guys. And sometimes people get wrapped up. Like, you're literally standing in your own way sometimes. Not on purpose. I'm not blaming you. It happened to me. The only reason that I forecast or see this happening is because I did it. And the sauna world, the industry, the people that have these stores and sell and all this, which is what you see, largely online, they're the one that roped me into these narratives, thinking that I had to have some full spectrum thing in order to get quality heat therapy if I was going to choose infrared, or thinking that I had to have God knows what temperature in order for me to do blah, 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 which turned out to be a complete fallacy. Because if you monitor core temp, you don't need the cabin air temperature to be anything unless you're relying on convection only, i.e. traditional sauna, dry electric, to be the conductor of heat. You don't need the cabin air temperature to be any specific number in order for your core temperature to rise. So this idea, this premise of applying, some other mode of deducing, where is the sweet spot, doesn't really apply to other equipment. Are you going to say that you need a hot tub to be 100 and 70 whatever degrees in order for you to make heat shock proteins? No, you'd be cooked alive, right? So same idea, just rather extreme example. Water, much better conductor of heat than air. Nowhere near those temperatures are needed in order for your body to experience a core temperature increase, right? The way that the penetration is going to heat your tissues does matter, which is why you cannot get a sweat from red light therapy. It's great that you have a full spectrum sauna and you think you got all these wavelengths, but if you're talking about anything under 1,000 nanometers and down, it's not producing meaningful heat in the body. So it's great that you think the 600 nanometer wavelength, the 800, even the 1050, you may get a little bit of bleed through. But until you get up to 13, 14, 15, 1600 nanometers, you're not producing meaningful heat for the body to experience, in my experience. And the whole premise of photobiomodulation is low core temp and to keep the device cool. Why do you think they have a heat sink and cooling fans scattered all over the back of them? It's not there for fun, right? It'd be a lot easier to build those things if you didn't need that stuff. But to keep the equipment working well, you got to keep the equipment cool. Just like when you implement those therapies, you should be keeping the body cool. So anyway, we're getting off on a tangent here. Hope that makes sense. We'll see you in tomorrow's video.